All right. Hello and welcome to another Ledgeview Partners webinar. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about why marketing automation and CRM systems make the perfect technical pair. For those of you that have been on our webinars before, welcome back. And for you newbies, thank you for joining us for the first time. We can't wait to see you back for more webinars. We will only be taking up about 45 minutes of your time today, so thank you for giving us that. My name is Julia Flaherty, and I am the Marketing Coordinator at Ledgeview Partners. We are a business and technology consulting company who partners with organizations to transform sales, marketing, and customer service operations and processes that are supported by core technologies, including customer relationship management, CRM, and marketing automation. Before I introduce today's presenter, I have a few quick housekeeping items to cover, so bear with me. Today's webinar is being recorded and will be available on demand after the live session. So be sure to add @Ledgeview Partners to your safe senders list so you can access this presentation today. If you do find emails from us in your spam folder, please mark them as not spam. All attendees will receive a follow-up email after the webinar is complete with a link to access this presentation. So that's all very important. We encourage you to share this within your company and your professional networks. To ensure the best audio quality, we have everyone on listen-only mode, but if you do have a question or comment, please submit those in the question pane of your GoToWebinar control panel, and we will follow up with you after the webinar because we have a full agenda today. And that in mind, it is time to introduce our presenter, Chad Collette, who is the Director of Marketing at Ledgeview Partners. Chad has a ton of experience with both marketing automation and CRM technologies throughout his career, and especially during his time at Ledgeview Partners. On a daily basis, Chad is in charge of a lot of things, from creating nurturing campaigns to managing inbound marketing efforts to website development to trade show management and so much more. Seriously, I could go on a lot longer, but instead, I'll just let him jump right into things with today's awesome topic of Got CRM, why you need marketing automation too. Chad, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Julia, for the warm introduction. And thank you to everyone who's joining us today to dive into the world of marketing automation, which right alongside CRM is a true passion of mine. Not to date myself, but I've been working with CRM and some sort of marketing automation since 2002, and it's really been amazing to see the evolution of how each of these platforms have grown over the years. In some instances, it's really hard to know where CRM ends and marketing automation begins, or vice versa. And it's really isn't about using one or the other. I mean, that's kind of like having to pick between your kids. And yeah, we all know we have our favorites, but we still try to do our best to treat them equally, right? For some people on the webinar today, you may have just inherited a CRM solution when you joined your company. Maybe it was Microsoft Dynamics 365, CRM, Salesforce, or another tool. Some of you may have been a driving force in bringing this solution to your organization, and if you were, great job. When it comes to CRM, we have all likely heard the term XRM, where X represents anything. Because you can really do anything with CRM these days, right? Well, yes and no. When I first entered into the realm of CRM, as a marketer, I was under the misconception that CRM was a marketer's dream tool. If sales can thrive with it, of course marketing has to be able to, right? From email templates and the ability to segment your data into easy to manage marketing lists, it was a super exciting notion that one system could finally do it all. Well, the reality is that marketing and sales don't always talk the same language. In our experience, companies that use the customer's experience as their common theme are the most successful in terms of lead conversion and brand loyalty. But how they use tools like CRM and marketing automation to accomplish these goals can really be quite different. Sales and marketing need each other to succeed, just like CRM and marketing automation. It can be a misalignment of roles as well as a misalignment or non-existence of technology. In fact, according to a recent study from Gartner, marketing automation technology spend is now higher than advertising spend for companies. In fact, marketing technology represents 33% of the average marketing budget, And 28% of marketing technology spend goes to infrastructure like server, storage, and their network to run the marketing software. If you're trying to decide whether your business needs a CRM, marketing automation software, or both, look to your sales funnel to see where you have the biggest challenges to help guide your decision. The differences between CRM and marketing automation systems make them more valuable to the unique teams they serve and how they can help each of them achieve their goals. We can see here how marketing relates to marketing automation and salespeople relate to CRM. But really, instead of that versus, that battle in the middle, I like to use the word and instead. Now, if you're on this webinar today, you likely have a CRM in place, but might be exploring marketing automation or how to get more from it than you are today. If you love your marketing automation solution and maybe not your CRM, well, the good news is either way, you have a lot of options. As you can see here from these G2 crowd grids, both CRM and marketing automation has its fair share of products that can really be an asset to your organization. As you can see, leaders for CRM across all segments include names like Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics 365, two solutions that really have been consistently at the top of this quadrant for quite a long time. And marketing automation leaders include familiar names like HubSpot, Marketo, Pardot, Acton, and many others. However, just because a solution may fall into the contender, the niche, or even high performance category, or maybe not even appear in this list, it doesn't mean that it isn't the right solution for you. There are a large number of factors to consider when selecting both your CRM and marketing automation solutions. And I strongly encourage you to work with an experienced and agnostic partner that can help you with that decision. All these choices can frankly be really overwhelming, and getting it right is a critical business decision. So let's start off with looking at what the difference between CRM and marketing automation is. I mean, marketing automation really helps foster leads and get them ready for the sales team. Take them from just a name to someone that's marketing qualified all the way to sales ready. And that is when they really flow from marketing automation to CRM as sales interacts and engages with them, and they hopefully become a long-term customer of yours. So how do you know if you need to add a true marketing automation solution to your technology stack? I mean, you have CRM, isn't that good enough? We all know that CRM can do everything, right? Well, ask yourself, do you operate a variety of independent marketing technology solutions? Are you able to capture, nurture, and even score leads? Do you have an automated way to pass those marketing qualified leads to your sales team? And can you track the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns? If you found yourself realizing you have way too many products that you use now, or sadly maybe you pay for them but don't use them, and they might not even be integrated with your CRM, or maybe you're just shaking your head no in response to the rest of the bullets, this could be a great time to look at marketing automation. Now, instead of having multiple systems that possibly don't even get utilized, with a true marketing automation solution, you can have one system that can capture your efforts and appropriately, and more importantly, effectively target leads and customers. And integrated with your CRM, you can get one system to see all the engagement and allow you to really understand all those customer touch points. That's where the success begins. In fact, among organizations that use both marketing automation and CRM as part of an integrated technology stack, 77% of them met or beat their revenue goals. Okay, we know it works, and we're all convinced, right, that it's a good idea? But let's further define what marketing automation is and what it's really designed to do. Marketing automation can sometimes seem like a vague concept that often gets lumped into the bucket of email marketing. Now, marketing automation is much more than just sending emails. At the core, it's really simply technology that can help streamline, automate, and measure marketing activities across all your channels. Now, said another way, it's the engine that can ensure that the right message gets to that right person at the right time. Now, just a few minutes ago, we talked about some solutions you may be familiar with, like Acton, HubSpot, Marketo, there's ClickDimensions, and many others. In fact, there's hundreds of solutions you can pick from. A good marketing automation solution will provide not only email marketing, but things like web tracking, lead scoring, nurture or drip marketing, campaign tracking, forms, surveys, landing pages, and a whole lot more. Now that we know what marketing automation is, let's talk about what you can accomplish. And this list could really go on forever, but here are a few high-level goals that you can achieve with marketing automation, starting at the top with the ultimate goal to increase conversions. With CRM, you might have a database filled with leads. Well, names that you think are leads, but are they interested in your product or their service? Are they ready to buy? With marketing automation, you can keep your sales pipeline loaded with quality leads that really fit your customer model, and you can easily re-engage cold leads or inactive prospects. With marketing automation, you can and you should personalize your marketing strategy to better reach your customers, your leads, your prospects. We all know how important individualization is in reaching your customers today. Odds are they probably know more about you than you do about them. You want to get ahead of the curve through customization and personalization. Next, help drive the sales process by identifying leads that are ready to speak to a salesperson. All leads might not be ready to buy yet, but we want to move them through the buyer's journey as steadily and efficiently as possible, making them a sales qualified lead instead of just a marketing qualified lead. Finally, we know that marketing automation helps give you a healthy outlook of your sales cycle, as I just described. Sales and marketing alignment is the ultimate goal in marketing automation and makes it easy to personalize your communication and that buyer's journey to bring them from marketing qualified to sales ready, which in turn will create the alignment between sales and marketing, something that many organizations, both big and small, struggle with, and I cannot stress enough the importance of it. In fact, misalignment among your sales and marketing teams is more than disruptive. It can cost B2B companies 10% or more in revenue per year. Now that's thanks in part to sales wasting 50% of their time on unproductive prospecting, chasing squirrels, and ignoring leads they feel are not sales ready for marketing. To put all these goals into perspective, the real value in marketing automation is the visibility and insight it provides into the behaviors of your targeted audience to drive revenue. Now, if the previous statistics were not enough for you, here's a few more. I'm not going to go into all of them, but I really want to highlight statistic number 3, which is my favorite. 80% of marketing automation users saw an increase in the number of leads, and 77% had an increase in conversions. Just really speaks to the power of marketing automation and how it can help you meet and exceed your goals. They're just some powerful numbers to consider. With marketing, it's all about the buyer, right? It's all about the buyer and their journey, taking it from lead to opportunity, having that consistent process and that consistent experience. I think by now we are all well aware of the shift in the buyer's behavior before the sale. Heck, before they even interact with us. It's never been more digitally centered, and there's never been more information at their fingertips. This shift has led to a strategy kind of rethink for marketers when it comes to digital strategies that drive engagement across the entire customer journey. With marketing automation, you can uniquely help drive personalized engagement with valuable content across all your channels. And that translates to big results in building your brand, in driving demand, and expanding your customer base into true lifetime advocates for you. I mean, we call this brand, demand, and expand, getting and retaining mindshare, generating demand and leads that are filling the pipeline, inbound and outbound marketing efforts working together as a team to set sales up for success. As a marketer, most of us likely have an inbound focused strategy, or at least components to our marketing plan. I know from past experience that doing all these efforts can take a lot of effort, and with separate technologies and manual processes, they can also be less than effective and really at times overwhelming. According to a well-known brand I'm sure many of you are familiar with, HubSpot, inbound marketing is about creating valuable experiences that have a positive impact on people and your business. By creating content designed to address the problems and the needs of your ideal customers, you attract qualified prospects and build trust and credibility for your business. We talked about today's buyer being more advanced than ever before. In fact, on average, 47% of buyers have viewed 3 to 5 pieces of content before even engaging with the sales rep. That's according to Demand Gen Report. So if they're hungry for content, let's ensure that we maximize our efforts by attracting them with the right content and using marketing automation to capture key data. For collecting data, forms are a marketer's best friend. A great way to capture data and generate new leads with all that great content you're building. We've all completed these online forms. In fact, everyone on this webinar completed one to attend. This is a great way to learn more about your leads, your prospects, your current customers. But really be cautious about what you gate and when. With marketing automation, you can even put an expiration on forms. So as content becomes dated, it can also become free and open. You really want to ensure that all your forms are mobile ready or responsive in design. Buyers today are consuming information not only at the office, but everywhere. It has to become a way of life on your phone. When we all have a few minutes, whether we're commuting to work, waiting in line for the morning coffee, or even killing time at the doctor's office, our mobile devices are our best friend. So it's critical your forms suit that need. When you've got a few minutes, what do? You pull out your phone and you start shuffling through. Your forms can be created in the marketing automation solution, but also many solutions allow you to use a form capture feature. So if you're already using forms on your current website, like some Gravity forms or things like that, you don't need to recreate the wheel. If these external forms are doing the job for you, you can tie those directly into your marketing automation solution. And if you're doing events or webinars like these, ensure that your marketing automation solution has integration capabilities with the tools you're using. It might be GoToWebinar, WebEx, On24, Eventbrite, the list goes on. It will make life so much easier for you and also really exciting. I mean, at least us marketers get excited about that because it brings in so much more data. Okay, so you've got your forms. But one wonderful aspect about marketing automation is the ability to create dedicated landing pages. Depending on how your website is structured, and if you have an easy-to-access CMS or content management system, it may be easy for you to take these forms and embed them directly on your website. Or you can create a landing page right within the solution, complete with SEO. I know that at Ledgeview Partners, we use these landing pages for all of our webinars. They're fast, they're easy to set up, and you can track who's visited your page and who didn't or didn't take any action by filling out the form. Getting your customers, your prospects, and your leads to your landing pages to consume your content is another story, however. From an inbound marketing perspective, no channel is growing faster than social media, and the capabilities that marketing automation solutions have to work with them, the ability to publish your content to platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and others. Listen to what your customers are saying and what your competitors are doing. The ability to engage in conversations to service those customers and generate new leads, and of course have the insights to measure it all. So with marketing automation, you can do all that, but yet 60% of small business owners are not able to track ROI from their social media activities. With your customers, prospects, and leads engaging with you on social, visiting your landing pages, and eating up all your ebooks, infographics, blogs, on-demand webinars, and all that great content, marketing and sales can really get a leg up by knowing exactly what content they are engaging with. Even if you don't complete one of the forms every time, with marketing automation, this can be a breeze. As soon as you have what's referred to as a tracking beacon from your marketing automation solution put on your web and your landing pages, your marketing automation tool is now listening for page visits and reporting those to you and your team. Now, your goal with all visitors is always to convert them from an anonymous to a known visitor by getting them to click on an email or complete an online form. At any given moment, and this is pretty staggering, 97% of your website visitors are invisible. We don't know who they are. Now, since about 3% ever identify themselves, it really puts a serious crimp in the sales ability to strike when that iron is hot. And with an integrated CRM, this information is at the fingertips of the sales team. Now, these known prospects or leads are the individuals we can more effectively market to because we have information like job title or geographic location. We know which pages they've shown interest in thanks to the tracking. Now, the tracking corresponds with kind of the attract and the top of the funnel, your lead funnel buyer stage. These correspond with goals such as increasing your page visits, growing your known conversions, increasing visitors by source such as social, or perhaps by search term, maybe from specific AdWords or remarketing campaigns that you're running. But when it comes to your forms, we as marketers, well, we're greedy for information by nature. We want to know everything about our leads, everything about our prospects, and everything about our customers, and we want to know it right now. This is why you may run into an online form that makes you feel like you're completing your tax returns. I mean, that's where progressive profiling really becomes an amazing asset in your marketing toolbox. Oh yeah, and also having a little bit of that patience I talked about. But progressive profiling serves up different form fields to your contacts based on what you already know about them. Perhaps you already know about their job title and their phone number, but you don't know their industry or their company size. This can all be accomplished through dynamic forms that present questions incrementally over time. And together with that patience I mentioned, provides a wealth of information in small chunks to help you continually refine your messaging and ensure that each buyer's journey is as targeted and personalized as it can be. Using forms in marketing automation, you can also create immediate, automated, time-saving actions. Like you can send out automated email responses, like an event confirmation or when they'll be hearing back from you, adding the new lead to marketing automation or CRM, updating old or missing information, adding them or removing them from a marketing list or a nurture program, and notifying the account or record owner of their activity, and assigning new leads like you see here with an email notification from a gated ebook form or a contact us page. Now that we're filling our funnel with quality inbound marketing leads, we've attracted with our rich content and easy to complete forms, our marketing automation can easily switch to outbound mode. When you think about outbound marketing, email marketing is often top of mind. You might be using or have used programs like Constant Contact, MailChimp, or others. A true marketing automation solution is more than email marketing, but it doesn't mean it excludes it. It's really quite the contrary. It enhances it. You have your forms and your lead scores, your segmented list. Now you can unleash the power of email marketing. And email is the third most influential source of information for B2B audiences, behind only colleague recommendations and industry-specific thought leaders. With the rise of social media, some people say that email is on its way out, but really rest assured that email is here to stay. How do we know this? Well, tracking and testing, as you can see from these email statistics, Like people who buy products marketed through email spend 138% more than people that do not receive email offers. How about that lead nurturing emails get 4 to 10 times the response rate compared to just standalone email blasts? One of the best features of marketing automation, with an emphasis on automation, is lead nurturing. Defined, lead nurturing is the process of cultivating leads that are not ready to buy yet. Successful lead nurturing anticipates the needs of the buyer based on who they are, and it uses characteristics like their title, their role, their industry, and so on, and where they are in the buying process. Think about that funnel. Nurturing, often by means of emails, keeps prospects engaged by providing that most relevant content, such as white papers, ebooks, webinars, for their situation. Once prospects are in the funnel, nurturing them with helpful, relevant content moves potential buyers through each stage of consideration at a natural pace until they're ready to be passed on to sales. Nurturing is the safety net for every stage of the buying cycle, helping ensure that no revenue opportunity is missed. Okay, you know that lead nurturing is a great idea, but how do you get started? Well, first, as you continue to improve alignment, discuss lead nurturing with your marketing and sales team to ensure that everyone is on the same page. Identify an initial target group and a campaign, and set your campaign goals. You want to begin with a small segment of your database and map out your lead nurture process for the identified target. Now, keep in mind it is more than just creating an email template, which you should also A/B test, by the way, but mapping out your customer's journey based on the actions they take, and of course, measuring the effectiveness and expanding on the successes that you see. Depending on the marketing automation tool you're using, the technology to create the nurture campaign may be slightly different, but the overall concepts are the same. You're developing a series of actions and communications based on behaviors. For example, if someone submits a form, perhaps from a gated piece of content like an ebook or an on-demand webinar, that could be a trigger to add the lead or prospect to a nurture program or a specific marketing list. Once a person is entered into the nurture program, we would then establish the targeted communications that should be sent to that lead or that prospect. Nurturing programs typically have a time delay, like waiting a couple days or a couple weeks depending on their actions, so you can control the timing of the start and the end automatically. You don't want your lead necessarily getting their first email from you at Sunday morning at 1 a.m. No, a lot of times they'll say, oh, let's wait till Tuesday at 9 a.m. to send that. Are you still skeptical? Well, businesses that use marketing automation to nurture prospects experience a, you ready for this, 451% increase in qualified leads. And nurtured leads make 47% larger purchases than non-nurtured leads. Here's a few examples of lead nurturing goals that you could set and measure for each campaign you're executing. Now, if you're brand new to this, yes, it may be difficult to put some initial goal estimates together, but it's a good place to start, and you can and should adjust as you go. You may want to look at the number of marketing qualified leads generated, your click rates, or your lead to opportunity conversion rates. Now that we're really filling our funnel with known visitors and our behavioral bucket with all these facts about our prospects, how does marketing automation help us leverage it? One thing is lead scoring, a tool that has to be in every single marketer's toolbox. And just because we call it lead scoring doesn't mean it's just for leads. Did a lead, a prospect, or a current customer open an email? Did they click on a link or view one of your product guides? Did they complete a form or sign up for your webinar? All these activities can generate a score, which ultimately will lead them through the funnel. One key takeaway here is for sales and marketing to work together to develop the lead scoring, so both understand the lead scoring to really ensure alignment between the teams. With your lead scoring rules in place, you can use those to define your funnel stages. Each of those stages is going to align with a score range. And these scores can be any numbers you feel match up with your industry and your process. This enables you to very quickly gauge where your leads and prospects are in the buying process based on their level of engagement. The more engaged, the closer they are to making that purchase decision. And that lead score, well, you can easily map that right into your CRM to create views, reports, lists, and of course workflows to generate requests for sales to call when they reach that magic number that really makes that lead or that prospect sales ready. As you can tell throughout this webinar, we take a lot of value in statistics and measurement to prove success. It's great to have all the features and automation, but it really comes down to being able to measure and analyze your efforts and effectiveness. With CRM, you have virtually unlimited reporting capabilities. You marry that with the data collected from marketing automation, and you're in analytics heaven. Tracking marketing attribution is one of the most interesting aspects of marketing automation. Which asset or campaign did they first engage with that really created that opportunity? Where can that first touch money be attributed? Of course, as marketers, it can be hard to know what was the final straw that got them. Was it the ebook they downloaded, the on-demand webinar they watched, or perhaps the latest blog post that piqued their interest? With attribution, in addition to first touch, you can also take the opportunity revenue and spread it out over a multi-touch report. This gives your assets the recognition that they really deserve. In addition, with your marketing automation solution, you can track loads of analytics, like for our emails and nurtures, including deliverability, opens, clicks, bounces, and opt-outs. See how many people are visiting your landing pages. If they have forms, how many are converting? How many are completing a form versus leaving without action? All this data can be integrated with your CRM solution so you can measure revenue and close business versus your marketing efforts and work to keep your data clean and your marketing list even cleaner. Okay, we spent a lot of time talking about all the features that marketing automation has, and we know they're awesome, but let's see how it can really all come together in kind of a real life scenario and how it can really enhance your CRM and your sales team ability to gain insight into new leads and new opportunities. Now, for any of you marketers in the call, you know that hosting a webinar is no simple task, but they can be highly effective, whether they are based on a demo, thought leadership, or training to improve user adoption. In fact, according to HubSpot, 43% of people want to see more video content from marketers. Buyers love video, and we as marketers love to give the buyers what they crave, even if it means a lot of work. Now, I selected a webinar as this example because it's a great starting point for content that can really unfold into a dozen different assets. When you host a webinar, you have so much great content, and hopefully from that, you can convert that webinar into an ebook, into 3 to 4 infographics, 5 to 6 blog posts, and countless social media posts. And if you've been to our webinars in the past and visited Ledgeview's website or follow us on social, you can see this firsthand. Now, a lot of planning goes into each webinar and is done ahead of the technology and automation tasks. So for sake of time, we're going to jump ahead and say that we've already got our topic and content all locked down. When hosting a webinar, you may use a tool like GoToWebinar, like this one, WebEx, On24, or others. If you do a lot of webinars at your organization, you'll want to ensure that the webinar platform you use integrates with your marketing automation. This will allow the data from the registration forms and actions taken by attendees to funnel into your marketing automation solution and ultimately your CRM. Any specific questions you may have asked them on the registration form, if they took part in any polls or surveys, and if they attended or not, and if they did, how long did they stay? All are extremely valuable information to gauge interest. Additionally, your sales team, your management, or any other stakeholders can see in real time how the overall registration is going just by simply setting up views in CRM and giving the right people permission to view it. Now, if you're hosting a webinar and one of your coworkers is presenting, this gives them the opportunity to view registrations anytime they want versus continually hounding you and asking you how registration numbers are looking. With all webinar platforms, they provide a landing page for registration. But what we really recommend is building your own dedicated landing page with the registration form. This will provide you with a greater opportunity to collect data and analyze visitor trends versus relying on the webinar platform landing page, which may not push the data to your CRM. And it also allows you a lot more flexibility when it comes to the branding of the page. And talking about forms, many platforms may allow you to embed their form on your landing pages. Some marketing automation solutions will even clone the registration form. Like for instance, Acton will clone the registration form from like GoToWebinar, and they'll create a new form for you to use right within Acton that can be used with any of the landing pages or embedded on your own site in your content management system. And now that your registration is completed, your landing page is up and running, it's time to let the whole world know about your webinar. This is where you can schedule your posts to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and all the others right through your marketing automation solution. And even create custom links back to your landing page to really track how each social platform is performing for you. And even though social is a wave of the future, as I mentioned earlier, email is far from dead. In your marketing automation solution, you can easily track and create a variety of templates that can be used not only by marketing, but sales and others in your organization to promote the webinar. With an integrated CRM, these templates can easily be accessible to sales to use as they wish. That ensures that your branding and messaging are consistent throughout every contact. They don't have to solely rely on marketing to push out every single message to their customers, prospects, and their leads. They can do it themselves. Of course, marketing is doing mass email sends to segmented lists. If you're already using CRM, you can oftentimes simply sync or import your marketing list directly to your marketing automation solution. This saves you time in creating new lists. And if you have people you know that don't want to receive these messages, but they fit into the category marketing is targeting, there is a solution for that as well. With marketing automation, you can also use suppression lists. So your audience is not getting unwanted or too many messages from you. And you can easily exclude those who have already registered for your webinar. One aspect of marketing automation integrated with CRM that our sales team just loves are the notifications they receive when one of their leads, their prospects, or their customer completes a registration form. This lets them know right away that our company, our product, is top of mind for that customer. This also works great when anyone downloads an ebook or other gated content you may have. Sales gets all that information sent to them right away so that they can strike while the iron is hot. With your marketing automation, you can create templates to send reminders to ensure that registrants don't forget about your upcoming event. Or perhaps you have some pre-webinar polls you want them to participate in to really help mold the content for that audience. In your email reminders, your follow-ups, or even the landing pages you redirect them to after the registration, this gives you the opportunity to provide additional content recommendations to them and track what is most popular. For all your registrations, your new leads, and your new opportunities, you can not only track lead source, but the source campaign all the way from marketing automation to your CRM to show return on investment for your webinar, for your event. And with an integrated CRM, you can push those statistics to CRM to give you a wider range of reporting options. And finally, with your webinar complete, it's time to follow up on all your new leads. Fresh with updated lead scores, of course, so you can tell who is the most engaged. With your webinar portal integrated with marketing automation, and in turn integrated with your CRM, you can easily create workflows so sales can follow up with the webinar attendees and search for new opportunities. And when sales makes that call, they have all the information they need, like if they attended the webinar, how long did they stay? Did they click on any of the additional content you provided? Or did they engage with you in other ways like social media, your emails, or your website? All the right tools sales needs to be aligned with marketing to ensure they are being as effective as they possibly can be. Ultimately, All these automated processes create visibility between sales and marketing and improve alignment of these teams. A recent study revealed that 89% of companies that have aligned sales and marketing lead generation efforts reported measurable increases as a result of continuous nurturing. When you look at implementing marketing automation, it seems it may only benefit marketing, but sales can see a number of benefits as well, as we can see here as sales and marketing truly become aligned. And when sales and marketing teams are in sync, companies became 67% better at closing deals. And companies with aligned sales and marketing, well, they generated 208% more revenue from marketing. As we near the end of the presentation, marketing automation isn't just for marketing, as we mentioned, and it doesn't have to be strictly using the traditional marketing ways to generate new leads and move them through the funnel. Marketing automation is also an essential tool for keeping your current customers happy and engaged. You can use it to onboard each new customer to ensure the experience is the same. How about your own employees? Take a look at your own internal processes when a new employee starts with you. Sure, each department has different aspects of the job they will train the employee on, but what about the overall corporate culture, those little things you want to make sure that you provide them to make them feel welcome and part of the family? Like Salesforce uses marketing automation to onboard every employee to ensure they feel part of their Ohana. Marketing automation, especially connected with CRM, can open up a lot of doors. It can create alignment and it can drive efficiency. Now, the examples I gave today really only scratch the surface. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you were able to pick up a few tips and feel it was worth your investment of time. We all know how precious time can be, but I hope you can hang out with us for just a couple more minutes as Julia wraps things up. I know she's got some great resources to share with you. I'm going to send it back to you, Julia. All right, Julia? All right, looks like we lost Julia somewhere along the way, but I want to let you know that we have loads of educational content on our website with over 20 ebooks on CRM, sales, marketing, customer service, and user adoption, plus over 40 infographics, tip sheets, and our blog. If you haven't visited our blog, we post 5 to 7 articles a week with tips and tricks that cover a wide array of topics, including sales and marketing. It's a great resource, so we really highly encourage you to check it out. Finally, for those that may not realize it, Ledgeview Partners offers much more than CRM solutions and services. Includes a wide range of business services focused on sales, customer service, and marketing. So if everything we covered today on marketing seems a little bit overwhelming or you simply don't have the resources available, Ledgeview offers marketing technology strategies and planning, analysis services, marketing automation implementation, and integration with your CRM, as well as ongoing technology training and support. Also, we appreciate your webinar visits today, so I want to let you know that we've got more. All these are listed on our website. Feel free to join us in the coming weeks and months on anything we've got coming up. With that, here again is my contact information. Please feel free to call me, email me, connect with me on LinkedIn, or give me a shout out on Twitter. Look forward to engaging with you. Thank you so much. Our time is up, and I want to thank you for everything today, and have a fantastic day.